के चरणों में प्रणाम। और यहाँ बैठे समस्त अतिथिगण सभी का अभिनंदन। हमारे प्रिय चांसलर जी, वाइस चांसलर, सोवियत यूनिवर्सिटी के जितने भी फैकल्टी मेंबर्स हैं, हमारे डॉक्टर सत्यन यादव जो अभी पिछले लग रहा है कि लगभग साल भर से डॉक्टर साहब का आश्रम में, हरिद्वार आश्रम में, गौशाला में आना जाना रहा है काफ़ी। IUCN की टीम, हमारे डायरेक्टर सुबोध जी, उनसे भी मुलाकात हुआ था। एक गौशाला हमारी ग्वालियर में भी है और हरिद्वार में भी है। हरिद्वार में हमने एक छोटा सा बायो CNG प्लांट लगाया है। खाद भी बन रहा है और CNG भी प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है। भारत में पहली कोई गौशाला है जिसमें ये लगा है और इसका ONGC ने फंडिंग किया था। और ग्वालियर की जो गौशाला है उसके लिए सुबोध जी के पास सबमिट हुआ है और मेरे ख्याल से शायद या तो पास हो गया होगा या होने वाला होगा। तो IUCN की टीम का स्वागत है। हमारे US से संजय जी आए हुए हैं, उनका स्वागत है भारत में। और ये देख के अच्छा लग रहा है कि सभी एक टीम होके, एक ग्रुप होके और भारत के अर्थतंत्र को, भारत के गांव को समृद्ध करने में एक दूसरे का हाथ में हाथ डाल के सहयोग कर रहे हैं। इसलिए सबको मैं इस अवसर पे बधाई भी देता हूँ और सबको शुभकामनाएं भी देता हूँ कि सब अपने कार्य में पूरी तरह से सफल हैं। इसके साथ में आज का जो प्रोग्राम है ग्रीन एनर्जी का, थोड़ा सा मैं हमारा विषय गाय का विषय मैं रखूंगा। गाय अपने आप में पूर्ण ग्रीन एनर्जी है। ग्रीन एनर्जी अर्थात प्रकृति, शुद्ध प्रकृति। और गाय को आमतौर पे भी हम माता बोलते हैं, अध्यात्म में तो उसको आदि शक्ति भी बोला गया है, माँ भी बोला गया है, क्योंकि हमको दूध भी देती है। वो दूध जो A2 मिल्क है, देसी गाय की बात कर रहा हूँ, और हमको अनाज भी देती है। जब से सृष्टि प्रकट हुई है तब से कृषि का आधार गाय ही रहा है, अर्थात गोबर गोमूत्र ही रहा है। तो इसीलिए सबसे पहले तो जो ग्रीन एनर्जी आएगी तो सबसे पहले तो बिना गाय के अधूरी है वो। गांव, गाय, कृषि सब एक दूसरे के पर्यायवाची शब्द है, सिनोनिमस है। अंतर नहीं है दोनों में, एक रूप है। जैसे जल है, जल में तरंग है, जल में बुदबुदे हैं, अलग अलग रूप है पर सब जल है। वैसे ये सब एक है। आध्यात्मिक दृष्टिकोण से देखेंगे तो सब गाय रूप है। बिना गाय के पर्यावरण हो, एनर्जी हो, इसको बचाना हमारे दृष्टिकोण से, हम लोग जैसा देख रहे हैं, कठिन है। तो डॉक्टर सत्यन का काफी समय से गुरुदेव के पास में, हम लोगों के पास में रहा है कि हम पूरे भारतवर्ष में ऐसे ही CNG प्लांट लगाए। उसमें गोपीनाथ जी का मैं अभिनंदन करना भूल गया। इनके पास लेके गए थे डॉक्टर सत्यन जी, और संजोग से उस दिन गोपाष्टमी का दिन था। तो इन्होंने कहा बड़ा उत्साहित होके कि मैं भी गौ का पुत्र हूँ, मेरा नाम गोपीनाथ है। तो ये सुन बड़ा अच्छा लगा। और इनका उदारता और इनकी हृदय तो डॉक्टर सत्यन जी बोले ही है, और जिसका हम लोग ने साथ साथ अनुभव किया। क्योंकि गौशाला में जो CNG प्लांट लगा, अभी चालू हुआ, 2-3 महीना हुआ होगा अगस्त में, और अब उसका खाद निकलना शुरू हो गया है। और उस खाद को डॉक्टर सत्यन की मदद से, माध्यम से उसको फोर्टिफाई करके उसको बहुत उर्वरक बनाया गया है। डॉक्टर यादव है यहाँ पे नागपुर, आप ही के सहयोग से हुआ। तो यही बात हो रहा था कि इसको खाद को प्रचार प्रसार के लिए ब्रांडिंग किया जाए और किसानों को कम दाम में जाए और एक तरफ में गौशाला का भी पालन हो। तो उसी को विस्तार से रूप देना चाह रहे हैं डॉक्टर सत्येन, जो इन्होंने 5500 या 100 गौशालाओं की बात की, बायोगैस प्लांट की बात की 5500, तो जगह जगह हो और वहाँ से गौशालाओं से गोबर इकट्ठा हो और वो एक भाग जो उसका पैसा का है वो गौशाला में जाए। तो इस तरह से इनकी योजना थी और ये चाहते थे कि वो सारा गौशाला का जितने भी देख रेख है वो हमारी जो संस्था है हरिद्वार में श्री कृष्णायन देसी गौरक्षाशाला, उनके माध्यम से हो। क्योंकि आप आए हैं वहाँ पे देखे हैं, गंगा जी के किनारे गौशाला स्थित है और जितनी गाय सुखी और समृद्ध है उसी को देख के ग्वालियर की जो गौशाला है वो सरकार की गौशाला है, वहाँ की नगर निगम की गौशाला है। उन्होंने जब देखा हरिद्वार में उसकी व्यवस्था, तो उन्होंने हमको आमंत्रित किया और उसका देख रेख दिया। उस 1.5 साल से देख रेख हमारे पास में ही है। तो वहाँ पे हमको धन की चिंता नहीं है क्योंकि वहाँ सरकार के माध्यम से आता है, हमको खाली सेवा करनी है। साल भर पहले जब हम लोगों ने लिया था उसको तो 3000 गाय थी, उसमें भी रोज 50 गाय मरती थी। आज 1 साल में 8000 गाय हो गई और मृत्यु संख्या मुश्किल से 3 या 4 हो गई जो स्वाभाविक मरती है। और आप गाय को देखेंगे तो देख के आपको लगेगा कि गाय कितनी प्रसन्न। तो वैसा ही रूपरेखा आप जा रहे हैं और हम लोग भी उसके लिए तैयार हैं, इनके साथ कंधा से कंधा मिलाने के लिए। और आप जो चाह रहे हैं, एक प्रयोग तो हम चाह रहे हैं कि जो अभी वर्तमान में जो कृष्णायन देसी गौरक्षाशाला हरिद्वार में जो स्थित है वहीं से आप शुरू करें। वहाँ पे सारा कुछ पहले से ही सारी कुछ व्यवस्थित है, जितनी गाय है उनकी व्यवस्था है, सीएनजी प्लांट लगा हुआ है, खाद है। तो आप आज ही से, हम लोग तो चाहेंगे, हम तो आह्वान करेंगे आज ही से गोपीनाथ जी उसको शुरू करें, उसको अपने नीचे में ले। हम सन्यासी हैं, हमने सन्यास किया। सन्यास लेने के बाद में अपना घर नहीं रहता है, अपना गांव नहीं रहता है। सन्यास में आप व्यापार नहीं कर सकते, निषेध है। क्योंकि अगर आप व्यापार करते हैं तो सन्यास लेने का कोई अर्थ नहीं। हाँ, यहाँ पे विकर्म के अंतर्गत कुछ प्रकल्प डाले जा रहे हैं क्योंकि गौशाला का खर्च है तो गौशाला का खर्च निकल जाए, ये अलग विषय है। पर यहाँ पे भी गृहस्थ कर रहे हैं, तो हम लोग चाहेंगे कि गृहस्थ आगे आए, वो कमाए गौशाला के माध्यम से, गौशाला की खाद के माध्यम से। और सिर्फ गौशाला का जो खर्च है, गौशाला का खर्च सिर्फ गौशाला को दे, ताकि जो साधक गण है, जो सन्यासी गण है, जिन्होंने घर छोड़ा है अपने परमार्थ की प्राप्ति के लिए और जो गाय सेवा को अपनी साधना मान के जी रहे हैं, वो पूरे के पूरे गाय की साधना में रहे। और जो गृहस्थ है उनका स्वधर्म है कि वो गाय के लिए उपार्जन करे धन का और गौशालाओं में जाके गाय का सेवा करे। तो आज इस मंच के माध्यम से मैं गोपीनाथ जी को और डॉक्टर सत्येन को और भी यहाँ जो भी बैठे हुए लोग हैं यहाँ पे, उन सभी को आह्वान करूँगा कि आप इस दिशा में भी आगे आए और गौशालाओं को, इस गौशाला को ले आए। करिए।
I think, it is a wonderful, day, 19th January 2019, that let it be a landmark day for bringing in this, technology-based development. We had a beautiful presentation from Mr. Sanjay Bara and also the follow-up presentation by Dr. Yadav. It is an important thing that they are bringing the technology, which is a tested one. They're also, in the presentation, he has very clearly made it that they have seen all the risk, and it is not the new technology, which is a well-tested technology, and also that this brings in more beneficiary than any other existing technology. There is also it's a technology which uses almost all waste, and this is one thing which as a technocrat, as a man who is from non-agriculture science, which is getting into agricultural informatics, also looking for how to bring in technology at the grassroots level. Mr. Sanjay Barab, I have a personal agenda with you. You know, that also I would like to put it before I give my thanks. You have working with the technology industry. You know, this is the first university in India to have a Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Applications. This is the only university in India, in the world, to have a Center for Agricultural Informatics, you know, and e-governance research studies. And even though in many other universities you have a Center for Agribusiness Studies, but this is the only center which has got Center for Agribusiness Studies and Disaster Management Study, Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies. You know, we would like to use your industry and your network to promote our Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and, you know, applications that. So this is one aspect, because you are bringing in technology innovations, you're bringing technology from, US as well as also from German. And this is the one technology which is going to be at the grassroots level. After, you know, even though I had been discussing, but after seeing the presentation, this can put money in everybody's pocket at the grassroots level. Not only the urban area, but in the rural area. And the way in which you put it, that almost all residues, you know, it can be used it, then why can't we do that? Which can bring in a lot of, you know, today, we can't make our rural youths to sit idle. You know, we have to put them into, you know, some sort of an employment opportunity. So this is where that, you know, Center for Agribusiness Studies, it's going to bring it. You can see the 2 brochures which has been given to you, you know, which is once again, that is a one-day program for how to make in the dairy sector, how to make the rural youth as entrepreneur. And, you know, then another one is that about 5, you know, weeks program in, you know, skill development and agricultural entrepreneurship. There are a lot of things which we would like to do that. So we would like to, request person like you and also the other, dignitaries who will come down here to see to that how we can reach our rural students and boys and girls. And, we have announced BTech in Agricultural Informatics, BTech in Industry 4.0, MTech in Agricultural Informatics, MTech in Agricultural, BTech in Agricultural Informatics, and MBA in Agribusiness Management. So these are all some of the things. There's a new course like BTech, where it is +2 physics, the biology and chemistry, physics and mathematics. So we wanted to make a request to all of you to spread this one, that let the technology go down to the rural students, rather than rural students selling their property, coming down to the urban area to study and see the cultural change. And, if they fail in the first semester, the whole career, they get distressed. So rather than that, let them be in the rural area, let the technology go down to them, let them stay in their own environment, let them learn and get a good mark in the first semester itself, which is something like a good, tonic for them to score high marks in the other semesters and build confidence and get into the, employment opportunity and contribution. So this is some of the things that which we have started as a mission, in the western part of, Uttar Pradesh, Meerut and Gango. And we would like to have a, total involvement, from people like you to bring in, technology-based development. This is my personal agenda with you. Second one, I should happy the participation of Mr. Subodh Kumar, Executive Director, Indian Oil Corporation, and his team. And I think this is one of the, important step which the Indian Oil Corporation has taken it up to, tie up with Indian Gas Limited and take the gas which is getting produced from them into their network. And with your vast distribution network and your outlets, and, this can bring in, real development at the grassroots level. And also, apart from that, you can see that how much employment, it can generate it. This is an important thing. I thank you, Mr. Subodh Kumar and your team for, taking time out from your schedule, that too in the weekend, that Saturday, and come down to, visit our university tower to participate. Mr. Gopinath Das, Chairman, Indian Gas Limited. This is, we had a first meeting for about half an hour, I think 2 months back. And this is another one that, even though Mr. Dr. Yadav talked about smart port, I would like to tell you that we lose every year 80,000 crores, by our, import because of logistic problem in port management. 80,000 crores is not a small amount. If it is, 4 years back, when I was discussing with my close friend who is also Minister of State, in the present government, he said, Professor Moni, since you are the former Director General and I see you got involved in e-governance program, can you do something for, port related things? That I was the person who brought smart village as a concept in 2002. When Modi ji brought smart cities from the university, we rolled out once again smart village programs. So I thought, why can't we do the smart port? And South Africa has done very well. South Africa, for their all import and export, everything is computerized. So why can't we do it? So this is one aspect that smart port. That's why when he talked about that, the green port is going to come, why don't we start that smart port the day one? So 80,000 crores is not a small amount. If you can help our importers as well as also our exporters in a big manner, it is nothing like that. We can get the investment in no time, but at the same time, you see the generation of employment opportunities. So I think, Mr. Gopinath Das, we thank you very much for choosing the Soviet University for your progressive adventure with respect to this area is concerned. And I think Dr. Yadav, did we know you previously?
We have met many times.
Many times. And when my journey in the Minister of Agriculture and Agriculture Informatics, and thank you very much once again that I have not seen you for quite some time. But Dr. Yadav used to say that it is an important mission which you have taken it. When you talked about Organic One, many people didn't talk to you. But I know that how you struggled even to change the name of the institute which you held it. And we had the first one workshop,
yes.
I think in 2004 or 2005. And Smodh Kumar, Professor Ranjit Singh, Mr. Gopinath Das, Dr. Satyen Yadav, Dr. Yadav, Mr. Rahul, Mr. Majumdar, who has personally come down from, Calcutta to participate in this program. He is, he's the chairman of a Rahul Foundation, and whose mission, which I am able to see, is that KG to PG under one premises. KG to PG under one premises, and when Mr. Dr. Das was telling me that we are now discussing with the Rahul Foundation, and I would like to have it, and he is also having the various engineering colleges in the rural area and also hospitals and so on and so forth. I told him Soviet University also has got a hospital, and he is also having hospital running colleges. My another interest is to have medical colleges. And my another agenda is that one is on industry informatics, one is on agricultural informatics, and my another agenda, which I want to do long back, is health informatics. See, between laboratory assistants and the doctor, there is nobody. They're all medical electronics. So between medical, those who operate and the doctors, they are busy people. You can't expect them to go and did it. And then lot of artificial intelligence, deep learning, an appropriate advisory on a particular pattern. You may have to analyze even more than lakh X-rays. If this is what is happening with the networking. Now even to come out with one pattern of one disease, you may have to read deep learning, machine learning, apply artificial intelligence of thousands, lakhs of, X-rays that. So health informatics is an important area. Lot of, opportunities for building up products that. So as a health informatics is not taken place in this country. So why don't we have it? So we are going to have it from here. I will be very happy. That was my personal agenda with you. That's why I requested again that because I, as a person worked in more than 5, I was, used to travel more than 400 districts. I would like to always see from top to at the bottom level. And, so we'd like to see a broad picture. And this is what I thought the one, institution at, Eastern India and one institution at Northern India. And, we will be in a position to see that our understanding works on it. So, and then I'm also, and is another one, this university is now got, first I would like to tell that under the BRICS program, 2 years back, the BRICS, summit in Goa, that was a pre-conference in Delhi. I was invited to address the BRICS Biomed Consortium. As a subject, it comes under Russia. So when I presented it, this under the BRICS, 5 countries, they are supposed to network 6,500 universities, those who are doing research in biomedical area and linking with pharmaceutical industries. So I presented a roadmap. The chairman is a Russian, and he asked a Russian scientist. He asked me that, Professor Modi, why don't you be the chairman of the working group? I suggested that there has to be a working group on BRICS Biomedical Consortium Informatics Network. And immediately, he requested me that why don't you be the chairman of the working group. Now in December 24th, they have invited me to be the chairman of the BRICS Biomed Informatics Network. So under the Health Informatics Network, Biomedical Informatics Network is going to be an important thing that the secretariat is going to be established in the Soviet University. So these are all some of the things which we are trying to do it. I would like to, take your involvement, participation to see to that informatics-led development at the grassroots level. 70 years we have seen urban-based development, but now let us make it technology-based development from the rural area. And this is what my interest, my view, my mission, vision, for which I'm also like Dr. Satyan Yadav said it, that I have been associated with the Soviet University. 2009, I got a call from the and that time you were the pro-chancellor, that we would like to have it agriculture informatics a discipline, and at that time I'm not a professor, and I used to be called within quotes professor, because I used to deliver lectures, various places that we don't have it. We had a brainstorming session in the same hall, and we brought out MTech programs, and in agricultural informatics, and Professor Agarwal at that time, he was the chancellor or vice chancellor, and today I'm very happy to say that when I retired on May 31st, 2013, June 1st, I got a letter from him that you please join our university and be the chairman of the Center for Agricultural Informatics. And otherwise, that the next day when you retire from government service, that you become distressed. But here is the university where I received my visiting card and a letter that you don't go anywhere. This is a place where you please come and work here. And I have never looked back. Now, SRM University, Chennai, which has got 5 universities, got 70,000 students. They have invited me to establish the same Center for Agricultural Informatics in the Chennai batch. Thanks to him once again that he said that Professor Modi, our vision has to spread in almost all universities. So I agreed to go there for 5 days in a month. So informatics-led development and from the rural area is an important thing. Rural India can provide everything to the urban India, and that makes India is emerging as a global economy. And today, as the 9th January, is an important day for both Center for Agribusiness and disaster management studies, and also for the venture which we are going to have it. Apart from Sitapur, we also would like to have 2 projects, one at Gango and another at the district from where I am hailing, Kanyakumari district. So this is that I also would like to bring in investment at the Kanyakumari district, and one at Gango, and one and Sitapur does come. So with the 3 projects, we'll show it, one at the down south, and one at Haridwar, which is already going on, and one at Sitapur, and one at the western Uttar Pradesh. So with this, I thank every one of you, and for your for the last 2 hours your participation. Thank you very much. So may I now invite all of you for giving high tea? Huh? Okay, thank you. Please come down for a tea.